You're tuned in to Super Talk 1270 and Free for All Friday. Compelling local talk at 11 o'clock. Free for All Friday features groups and organizations that are plugged into progress here in Central North Dakota. Our rotating panel includes members of the Bismarck Downtowners, the Bismarck-Mandan Home Builders Association, and representatives from Pride of Dakota. You're invited to call in and join the discussion. It's Free for All Friday on Super Talk 1270.
Good morning. Welcome to Free for All Fridays with the Downtowners, our June edition on Super Talk 1270. Thanks for joining us today. And I am with, to my right-hand gal, if you will, Kate Herzog, and running our boards, Jim Walsh, the excellent board runner.
Thank you.
Oh, we have all kinds of stuff to talk about today on Free for All Fridays on this great cottony Friday morning. Kate and I were just commenting on all the cotton flying about and how happy it makes me. I just love that time of year. No, that's not for everybody, but anyway, let's get on to the show. We have some great guests joining us today. Next segment, we'll be joined by Stacy Schaefer. She's with the North Dakota Humanities Council, and actually she is helping to produce TEDx Bismarck, which is coming up on June 23rd. We'll discuss that event with her in our next segment. In our third segment, we'll be talking to one of our favorite guests, Michelle Kaufman. She is the owner of Hey Ocean, which is located on Broadway, right in the heart of downtown Bismarck. And she's actually participating in our upcoming 4th annual Downtowners Art and Wine Walk, which will be held June 25th. So, Kate, tell us more about
what's coming on.
Yeah, what's happening.
Yeah, we've got a few events coming up downtown Bismarck. As always, we try to start the show off and let you know what's happening. We thought it would be kind of fun to let you know what the current gallery exhibitions are, too, because, if you're looking for something to do, especially in the art world, there's always new exhibits and things like that happening in downtown Bismarck. So BAGA, Bismarck Art and Galleries Association, which is located on 5th and Front, they are hosting Andrew Knutson, and the exhibit is called A Plains Perspective. Then they also have their member artist, Nicholas Holzer, exhibiting, and that runs through June 26th. That's a great gallery. Check it out. Bismarck Art and Galleries Association, 5th and Front. They always, usually every month, they have a new exhibit, and then they also host a member of theirs and their artwork. So there's usually at least 2 new things to look at every month at BAGA.
Yep. And we have really seen an increase in the art scene in Bismarck here, and luckily many of the galleries are located in downtown Bismarck, so we're able to take in a lot of great local artists, see what they're doing, and also they're sharing some art as well, which is prevalent, or you can see this exhibit at BDAC, which is the Bismarck Downtown Artists Cooperative. They are doing a couple of things there in June as well. You'll see some new work by Dakota Newt. He is a young artist who is actually going to get his master's degree so he can become an art teacher, which is super awesome. But if you aren't familiar with Dakota Newt, make sure to go to BDAC, check out his work. It's just outstanding. If you are familiar with him, you will know what I'm talking about. But also, BDAC is doing another exhibit called East Meets West Co-op Swap, where they swap art between BDAC artists and Gallery 4 artists in Fargo, and they swap, so they switch locations. And that will go through June 27th.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool, idea if you want to see Fargo artists, and then send some of our Bismarck art to Fargo. A cool idea. I think they've done this before. I think they did this one other time at BDAC before. The East Meets West Co-op Swap, because we're awesome, and Fargo doesn't have everything. Come on, Fargo. Bismarck's got some great stuff. Also, Art Gallery on Main, they have their exhibit right now, running June 19th, so coming up, June 19th through the 31st, their exhibit called New Beginnings. They're also featuring a new artist, Joshua James, Art Gallery on Main. That's right on Main Avenue between 4th and 5th Street in the Barrister Building. So check that out. Also, Impact Gallery, which used to be called Impact Gallery and Gifts, and now just Impact Gallery. It's always featuring new works by Wayne Pruce, who's their sitting artist. Impact Gallery is on 4th and Broadway. So if you're looking for something to do, make your own art crawl or, new exhibits or stuff like that, we've got tons going on.
Yeah, because there's also Gallery 522, which is in the Anderson building. That is the building on Main and Mandan, so Main Avenue and Mandan Street in Bismarck. But it's in the lower level. If anybody is familiar with Boys Ark, it's kind of like in that
nice,
area.
Don.
So that's a shout out to the old time days.
Yeah, a few other Boyd's Ark. Oh my gosh. A few other events we have coming up in downtown Bismarck. PBR Bull Riding Challenge is next week at the Bismarck Event Center. Always something that people look forward to for a summer event. June 19th and 20th, Bismarck Event Center. Tickets are on sale now. I think you can get them either at the box office or at participating locations. So check out the Bismarck Event Center for more information.
Dave Chappelle, he will be bringing his show to the Belle Mayhew Auditorium on June 24th. Oh, so many laughs to have with this guy. So make sure, I think he has added an additional show. So they have 2 or 3 shows slated with Dave Chappelle. Make sure to check out the Bismarck Event Center website for tickets as well.
My favorite Dave Chappelle skit is when he pretends to be Prince and they have like a basketball game again. It's like Prince against Eddie Murphy's brother.
I remember that.
Dave Chappelle. So that should be great. And the Bell is a great venue for comedians. I saw Lewis Black there and some others. It's kind of nice and cozy, beautiful, beautiful place to catch some nationally rated comedy for sure. Obviously, we're going to be talking about this a little bit later in the show, but the Downtowners Art and Wine Walk is coming up super quick, like less than 2 weeks, June 25th. We've got over 21 locations participating in downtown Bismarck. At each location, we have a different wine varietal, a different bite of food that goes with that wine, a unique artist or musician that business will host. So you have about 5 hours to make your way to the 21 locations.
Yeah, make sure to shop as well and see what they have.
We've extended the time of the wine walk so that you have more time to shop. One of our business owners said, leave your husbands at home because they don't want to shop and they just pull you out of the store. So sorry, hubby, you have to stay home for this.
Or you have to shop.
Or shop, yes, one of the two. 4th Annual Downtowners Art and Wine Walk. Our early bird ticket sales end June 16th, and then we'll go into regularly priced tickets. So if you want tickets now at the best price, go to downtownbismarck.com. There's a little button there to purchase tickets. We're getting pretty close to sold out, so if you're looking to go, I'd grab up your tickets soon.
Chip, chop, chip.
Chip, chop, chip. And then we're also going to chat about it just a little bit at the end of the show, but another event that we have coming up, a new event for us, the first annual Downtowners German Days is going to be July 17th and 18th in the Depot parking lot, a place that we've not hosted an event yet, but I think it's going to be great. It's going to celebrate all things German, German beer, German food, polka.
German music.
I mean, learn to polka. Because there's a lot of it. There's going to be a lot of it, but it's going to be a ton of fun. So July 17th and 18th, you can also go to downtownbismarck.com to find out more information on German Days coming up in 5 weeks. Oh, my Lord. It's going to be great. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with Stacey Schaefer to talk about TEDx Bismarck coming up June 23rd. You're listening to Super Talk, 1270 AM.
Right now, 72.
Sean Hannity, weekdays at 2, only on Super Talk 1270.
And thanks for sticking with us on the Downtowners Free for All Fridays on Super Talk 1270. Well, we have our first guest on the line, Stacey Schaefer. She is the Development Officer with the North Dakota Humanities Council. Hi, Stacey. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Great. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, Kate?
Yeah, I was just going to say before we get going, we're doing German Days, and Stacey, I've heard can polka like a master.
This is true.
Yes.
I'm ready. I can't wait for German Days so I can show my skills off.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We're going to get that on
Look
video
out.
for sure.
We might need to employ you so you can give lessons.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been trying to teach Kate in the office, in the back room, a little bit. She's getting there.
It's part of work. It's part of work.
I love it.
Stacey, you're also part of TEDx Bismarck, which is coming up June 23rd. We want to chat with you a little bit first about that event, what it is, and kind of what you're looking forward to. So first of all, for people who don't know what a TEDx event is, tell people kind of what it's like and the types of people that come to TEDx.
Mm-hmm. So TEDx the culture of TEDx actually comes from TED itself, which has been around since 1984. So from TED came TEDx events, and that's where communities are able to gather different speakers and different topics, invite them to one area, and hear 18-minute talks. In Bismarck specifically, we have people ranging from medical doctors. We have somebody coming in to talk about philosophy, why teach Plato to plumbers. We have an 11-year-old boy who's going to be talking about charity and that we're never too young to give at a certain age. And really the concept of TED is it has the spirit of ideas worth spreading. And that's kind of the philosophy when we look at TEDx itself. And it's going to be the first one that Bismarck has hosted. So it's a pretty big deal to actually have it here in our community.
TEDx, if people have never seen, a TEDx thing on YouTube or something like that, I mean, this is not that, having conferences and talks isn't super exciting, but this is like the cool kids conference, right, Stacy?
Yes, yep, definitely. It's got a different element to it. There's plenty of different conferences out there, but here the cool thing about TEDx is everybody is volunteering. So all of our speakers, they're volunteering their time to be there, and they're excited to be there. So I think that makes a big difference, too, because they actually want to be there to share these different topics. The other unique thing about TEDx, is it's people that are telling you about a topic. They're not trying to sell you a product. They're giving you knowledge. So, for instance, we have one speaker that's touching on Imaginetics. And so we're going to understand the science behind that versus trying to sell the product of it.
And I've totally nerded out on, TEDx things that have to do with downtowns and stuff like that. So there's just I think everything is always videoed, so you can go to TEDx and listen to the talks that have, happened for the last, years and years and years.
And I would encourage people, if they've never actually seen a TED Talk, to YouTube it just to understand the concept a little bit more, because even though TEDx has been around for a little bit, not everybody has heard about what TEDx is. And it's not just a local thing. This is actually a global event that happens all across the world.
Absolutely. We're talking with Stacy Schaefer. She's with the North Dakota Humanities Council, also part of TEDx Bismarck, coming June 23rd, which is coming up pretty quick, less than 2 weeks.
Yes.
You mentioned some of the speakers, and usually the thing that the speakers at a TEDx event have in common that there's kind of a theme that holds them together. What's the theme, or kind of the overall general theme or topic that we're looking for at this first TEDx Bismarck?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. The theme for Bismarck is Take Permission. So it's kind of an exciting theme, and everybody can relate in some way. So we've been asking people, what are some things that you should take permission for? What are some things that you should not take permission for? Just to get people engaged in the conversation.
Take permission. Stacy, that's hilariously at odds with each other, so I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why is it so important for Bismarck to get a TEDx?
I really feel like it helps create a sense of community. Because as I said before, we have everybody that is part of putting this event on is volunteering their time. But not only that, you create this culture where you give people permission, let me use that word, to actually learn about something new, but to meet maybe a new friend, or maybe walk away learning something about a topic that you never would have ventured out to learn if you didn't attend the event. I feel like it helps foster a stronger relationship amongst the community as well, and just gets people to participate. And I think that's important, especially here in Bismarck as we continue to grow, is to have events like TEDx so people can come together, collaborate, and have conversation.
And there's a lot of new people in the community that could use some networking and try and find out who those kind of creative class of people are, and network together as well.
Exactly. So the goal is to keep that conversation going even after the event is over.
So since you are talking about creating culture and bringing people within the community together, where do the speakers come from, and who are they? Are they local, or are they from all over?
Yep, we actually have a combination. So we do have a few local speakers as well as some speakers that will be traveling here. Specifically, we have a speaker coming from Iowa who is Scott Samuelson, and he's the one that focuses on philosophy. Some of his articles that he's famous for is teaching Plato to plumbers, which the New York Times has featured quite a few times. So that's pretty exciting for us. We have Deborah Dragseth, who is from Dickinson, and she talks about the pursuit of happiness. So again, another switch between topics. And then the rest of our speakers are actually local to Bismarck. Did you want me to list the other speakers?
Sure.
Okay. I like hearing them.
Yeah, yep. So Bridger Anderson, he's 11 years old.
I know that.
His story is really interesting because at a young age, he decided every present he would get that he would donate it back to charity water. So since then, he has been actually recognized by that nonprofit because of all of the donations he has made at such a young age. So he's going to be really talking about the importance of giving back at any age. We have Jim Cambites, who's going to be talking about the importance of breath and how that relates to us in our everyday life. We have Dr. Anthony Tello, who will be talking about Imaginetics. He is a doctor from Stanford.
Very cool.
We have Gwyneth Reidenhauer, and she's really an advocate for children's education. And she's going to be sharing with us different ways to teach children that are maybe outside the box of what we normally hear in classrooms, because we know children all learn at different speeds. And so she's going to really point out how can we help somebody that's maybe ahead or somebody that's behind. And then we also have Dr. Leslie Link, who's going to be talking about alternative medicine and just different ways to view our health options. So we're pretty used to the practical ways of medicine, but she's going to give us an insight to different ways of how we can heal the body and approach.
It sounds like a full slate is going to be great, and I'm glad TEDx is finally coming to Bismarck. Fargo's had a few. I think Grand Forks and Minot, and it's like, we're not going to be last. Guess what? Now we're doing ours. We're doing ours.
Exactly. Yep. And it was a long process, and to actually get the license, and then we got the license, and from there you have so many months to plan the event. And what's really exciting is the first event, it's actually limited to how many people can come, but I think that makes it even more exciting to be able to be one of those first people who attended the Bismarck TEDx.
And it's a limit of 100 tickets for the first TEDx Bismarck, correct?
Yep.
Okay. We're talking with Stacy Schaefer. She's with the North Dakota Humanities Council, also with TEDx Bismarck. Where can people get tickets for TEDx? Are there tickets available, and where can they get them?
Yes, you can go to www.tedxbismarck.com and get them right on there. There's a link that you can just follow.
100 tickets. Get cruising, people. They're going to go fast. Really quickly, we have about 2 minutes, Stacy, but we wanted to talk about your day job at the North Dakota Humanities Council and maybe things that you have coming up there, events, or what you're really excited about in the last 2 minutes.
Definitely, yep. So the North Dakota Humanities Council, we have a few things going on, but our big thing is always to promote a better understanding of the past, looking at the present, and, of course, a better vision for the future. And two initiatives that we have that relate back to that is we're looking at civics education here within the state and creating a curriculum for teachers as well as workshops. And, of course, our Game Changer series, which this is a big thing that we're excited about. It's an annual Ideas Festival, and that'll be taking place this September on technology. And the goal really is to bring some topic that is relevant right now and bring people close to the action to tell their story and to help us understand things better in regards to that topic. So that is a big thing we're gearing up for. Last year we focused in on the Middle East, and like I said, this year is focusing in on technology. So those are two big events that we have happening.
Well, lots going on. Thanks so much, Stacy Schaefer. TEDx Bismarck happening June 23rd. You can find tickets, 100 only available. Also check out the North Dakota Humanities Council Game Changer series and things that they have going on in events. We were talking about the art scene in Bismarck, but the idea scene, the conference scene, the networking, entrepreneurial scene is just as thriving and just as up and coming. So thanks so much, Stacy. We'll send people to get tickets to TEDx Bismarck, the first annual. Stay tuned with us. We have one more guest coming up. You're with the Bismarck Downtowners on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 72.
Get the traffic and weather information you need anytime on Super Talk 1270 and online at supertalk1270.com.
And you're listening to the Bismarck Downtowners on Free for All Fridays on Super Talk 1270. This is Dawn Kopp and Kate Herzog. And we just want to give a great big thank you to Stacy Schaefer with the North Dakota Humanities Council and TEDx Bismarck for being our first guest today. We'll move right into our second guest.
Yeah.
Michelle Kaufman. She is the owner of Hey Ocean, located on Broadway Avenue, right in downtown Bismarck. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
It sounds like a happy Friday there.
Oh, it's hard to complain. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. It's Friday. It is a good, happy day.
Yay! Michelle is the owner at Hey Ocean Boutique in downtown Bismarck on Broadway between 3rd and 2nd Street. And she's also a participating location on our upcoming 4th annual Downtowners Art and Wine Walk happening June 25th. I believe, Michelle, you've been a part of it every year, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's such a good time for us to be a participating location. We're just happy to do it every year. It's something we really look forward to.
Yeah, so, we've got it coming up where our tickets are going super fast, which is great. I think people like the event. What do you think it is that really has drawn people? This has been our fastest growing event downtown. What do you think it has been that has really drawn people to the event?
Well, I think that the word of mouth has to be fantastic. I mean, I've gone both as a participant, and obviously working in the store that day, and everybody is always having such a fabulous time. It's such a great way to go out and experience places that you wouldn't normally frequent, and just to get a group of people together to do something like that. I mean, everybody has to be talking about how great it is after it's over and getting people excited about it. So I am not surprised at all that tickets are selling out as fast as they are.
Yay! Yeah. Michelle, what does your staff say when you're like, yeah, we're doing the wine walk, but I won't be here. I'm gonna be out on the wine walk.
They've been awesome. Usually I stay and, help set up and work that, first hour to kind of get things rolling. And then it's like, all right, I'm out. I have all these places to go see. But it's fun to walk around with people and hear what people are saying and see what the other businesses are doing, because everybody always puts on such a great display. So I'm glad that I'm able to do both sometimes, not every year, but once in a while.
When you do the walk, are you ever surprised by what you see, like through the businesses and that kind of thing?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of businesses that I wouldn't normally go to that when I walk in the door, it's like, wow, I can't believe that I haven't been here before. Just excellent service, smiley people, great food, great drinks. The whole package is just something that I think is really special and a really great way to experience downtown.
We're talking with Michelle Kaufman. She is the owner at Hey Ocean. She's going to be participating in our 4th annual Downtowners Art and Wine Walk June 25th, or her business will be participating. I don't know if she'll be participating with the drinking and walking around, but you talked a little bit about, maybe finding things that you hadn't seen before, and that's something we hear a lot of. But last year we added a couple locations, and we talked with Michelle a little bit, and she said they need more time to shop. So, Michelle, we've added some extra time just for you so that people can buy things at Hey Ocean. But that is one of the fun parts, right, is shopping.
And it's not something that the people that are in the event have been saying. They come in and they're like, oh, I wish we had more time. We got to run around. We have 10 businesses left to do. We only have 30 minutes. And we have a lot of people that night putting stuff on hold and, coming back and getting it, and they're just power shopping. I'm sure at all of the stores, not just ours. And really, doing a full evening of it and using all of their time. So extra time, I think, is going to be fantastic. Maybe people won't feel quite as rushed, but it's still really important that they make it to every location, and they know that, so I think that's great.
Yeah, and if you do make it to every location at the Art and Wine Walk June 25th, we can register you for the grand prize. So there's a little extra incentive to, hit the far reaches of our downtown participating locations, which really isn't that far, honestly, but you'll have 5 hours. We're extending it from 4:30 to 9:30 p.m. So enough time to shop, drink, eat, and make your way around and have a good time. Again, June 25th, tickets on sale, downtownbismarck.com. What can people expect as an attendee coming into Hey Ocean? What do you like to do for the wine walk? Is it sales? Is it, having new products out? What do you really look for?
The Art and Wine Walk has always been very close to our anniversary. So, this year, 4th Art and Wine Walk, it's also our 4th anniversary in downtown Bismarck. So we have a lot going on the month of June. It's always, very exciting time for us, and we make sure that our store is just stocked with absolutely all the great stuff that we can find. We definitely go above and beyond, especially getting into summer. I mean, we're Hay Ocean, so we're packed with all the things you need for summer as you're kind of starting to kick off that season. And, we always try and keep it with the beachy theme, with our snacks and treats and some great desserts and all that. So we have a lot of fun with it. We really enjoy it.
Great.
And one thing I would recommend to people that are attending is, maybe not to start right where you picked up your passport, but head on down to our end of downtown first and maybe make your way back to that point, because we usually don't start to see people until it's an hour into the event. And then a lot of people are saying, oh, there's so many people where we started. And it's like, okay, well, start somewhere else. And, maybe make your way backwards a little bit. It might make things easier for you.
Yeah, I think you are spot on, because I talked to a couple of ladies that did what you suggest, and they went, if you will, backwards. And they said it was great because they had kind of the store's room in there and kind of to themselves, and they were able to shop more. They had more bags by the time they came and handed in their passport at the end of the night. So, yeah, that's a fantastic tip.
We're talking with Michelle Kaufman. She's the owner at Hay Ocean, participating in the Art and Wine Walk. They also have their 4-year anniversary coming up June 18th. I was curious if you had any tips for people who had been on the Art and Wine Walk, and that sounds like a great tip, which is, plot your way around. Put some thought into that. Put some thought into how you make your way around downtown Bismarck. You mentioned it earlier, but this has to be one of the busiest times for Hay Ocean in downtown Bismarck. Really tell people a little bit what's new in kind of swimwear and summer fashions that you're seeing and the things that you're carrying for the summer.
Yeah, this is the best summer I think that we're prepped for yet. We picked up an awesome swimsuit line last year. It's called Mahi from Colombia. Everything is mix and match, so there are no coordinating pieces.
Nice.
But really high quality, really, really unique designs. And we only carry one of each design, so you won't end up on the sandbar, next to somebody wearing the same swimsuit, which is awesome.
Super womp faux pas if you're next to some. Oh,
right.
Dang it.
Yeah. And it will be the swimsuit that everyone will go, wow, where did you get that swimsuit? Because that looks awesome. So we're really excited about that. We're carrying a lot more brands of sandals than we have in the past. We have really something for everyone, from the Sanooks to the Havianas to we started carrying bed stew, which makes fabulous high-end leather goods without a fabulous high-end price.
That's nice.
So all of their sandals and bags are new to our store, and we're just constantly, on the hunt and reaching out and trying to find new brands to bring in that Bismarck hasn't seen before, that get us really excited and really add, a bright, fun flair to our store. So I think that every year we get better and better, and, going into our 4th year, I think it's the best yet.
Awesome. You also mentioned, or you do have some other things that aren't, wearable items, but little kind of, gift things and cards and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about, if people aren't in the market for swimsuits or sandals, but they can still come in every day and find something, that they might need.
Absolutely. Yeah. We carry quite a few different, home decor and gifty type brands, cards that'll make you laugh, and accessories and things that we think are really cool and unique. But we also carry a lot of, things that you would definitely come and go, wow, I wasn't expecting to see this in that boutique. Mm-hmm. So we shop a lot, actually, on Etsy, and we buy from Etsy vendors in bulk wholesale, and kind of reach out and find really cool artisans that are doing really neat things around the country, and kind of try and help and support them. And we support local as much as we possibly can, too. If anybody comes into us with something that they have made or stand behind or excited about, we always, reach out and try and look into that and see if it's a good fit for our store. And if it is, we love to bring all of that in, and always, on the hunt again for something new and exciting, and trying to keep it as unique and fun and unexpected as possible.
We're talking with Michelle Kaufman, owner at Hay Ocean Boutique in downtown Bismarck. You mentioned your 4th anniversary coming up June 18th. Tell a little bit about, what's in store for your 4th anniversary. And I got some sales and things coming up for your 4th anniversary.
Yeah, we get really excited about our birthday. I've always been a person that gets really pumped about these events. So our birthday, I think, is the biggest event that we hold every year. So that Thursday night from 5 to 8 p.m., we will be hosting our birthday party. We'll have lots of treats. We'll have really fun drinks. And a post will go out on our Facebook and Instagram page this afternoon. And if you RSVP to our party on that post, you'll get a free coconut cup when you arrive to our party, we'll put something yummy in there for you.
Oh,
And
yay.
every year for our party, our sales get better and better. So we decided since we're celebrating 4 years, we're going to be doing 40% off sales throughout our store.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
great way to stock up on lots of great summer things. Come, say hi, celebrate with us. We would just be so happy if we could really, fill the store and make it really fun that night.
Awesome. And really, Michelle and Hey Ocean, you guys are one of the first kind of, wave of boutiques that came into downtown Bismarck and have really stimulated some retail growth. So we're super excited that you're 4 years in, and thank you for
And so
kicking
proud
that
of you.
off. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I can't believe that it's been 4 years already, but we plan to stay around for a long time. So it's just having fun celebrating it every year and kicking off our summer that way. And, we're just so happy to be downtown, part of the community, and we plan to have many more birthdays. So
Yes.
Wonderful.
Well, we'd love to have you, Michelle. What's the website? Where can people find you?
our website is heyoceanstore.com. We also, of course, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check us out there. We post a lot of really exclusive things on our different social medias that you can't really find anywhere else. So if you're looking for a really awesome last-minute gift or a really cool idea or a sale or a secret sale or a secret invite to something cool, you're only going to find that on our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. So if you're on one of those venues, make sure you're following us there.
Great. Well, visit Hey Ocean Boutique. She is going to be on the Downtowners Art and Wine Walk June 25th. She's also got a lot coming up for her 4th anniversary June 18th, which is right before that. And if you need a swimsuit or some swimwear, that's the place to be in downtown Bismarck. HeyOceanStore.com. Michelle Kaufman, thanks so much for being with us. You're with the Downtowners from Bismarck on Super Talk 1270 AM.
Right now, 75.
Get the app called Radio Pup for your iPhone and take us everywhere you go. Bismarck-Mandan's own Super Talk 1270.
And we're in our home stretch of Free For All Fridays with the Bismarck Downtowners. Thank you guys all so much for sticking with us throughout this show of ours and joining us on Super Talk 1270 today. We also want to give a great big thank you to our guest, Stacy Schaefer with the North Dakota Humanities Council. Again, she was talking about TEDx Bismarck coming up on June 23rd. And Michelle Kaufman, the owner of Hey Ocean Store. She will be participating in the Downtowners 4th Annual Art and Wine Walk coming up on June 25th. But she's also celebrating her store's 4th anniversary next week on June 18th. And they have tons of great specials and prizes and gifts galore and sales and whatever you could possibly want in a shopping experience. You'll find it there.
Yeah, what a great guest to have on a day where you want to put a swimsuit on and just go hang out, by the rivers
right.
on a boat or something. Yeah, if you need a swimsuit, check out Hey Ocean. That is one of their key parts to their business.
Hey Ocean
Absolutely.
is located at 204 East Broadway in downtown Bismarck.
Yeah, check them out. And like Don said, they're going to be a part of the Downtowners Art and Wine Walk. We've got a lot of information coming up about that in this final segment. First of all, we want, birthdays, anniversaries. Don and I feel like the downtown businesses that are members of ours are kind of our kids, and it's one of our baby's first birthdays.
Oh, we're so proud.
The Pond, which is part of Lucky Duck's Deli, the Pond is celebrating their first anniversary. What's the date?
This weekend, today and tomorrow,
and
they will be celebrating their first anniversary. They are going to do happy hour all day. And if you check them out on Facebook, you can see their music lineup. Just go to Lucky Duck's Deli and you'll see a poster that they have listed there. I'm assuming it's on their website too, but I haven't checked that out. Facebook for sure. Their first anniversary, tons and tons of music, happy hour all day. I like to say happy hour all day because that's where I like to pretend I'm at.
Yeah. And Don usually has a drink all day long too. But
I'm
the Pond, Russ and his staff there have just done a phenomenal job. They have a ton of events throughout the summer, pool parties, beer pong.
They just did their Triple Crown party last week.
Yeah.
Watching American Apparel win.
So a ton of fun things to do in downtown Bismarck. Now that Russ has got the extra space to make some of his fun ideas come to life, he has really used it. And they obviously have a great patio and open up areas in the pond section attached to Lucky Duck's Deli. So check it out, North 3rd Street in downtown Bismarck between Thayer and Rosser. I also want to welcome our newest member, Oak Tree Realtors.
They are located at 2021 East Main Avenue. So they're a little bit on the eastern side of downtown, if you will. But Oak Tree Realtors provides residential and commercial real estate services in the Bismarck-Mandan area and also the surrounding communities. So if you're looking at buying, selling, anything, investing, that type of thing, check out Oak Tree Realtors, and it's oaktree-realtors.com.
Yeah, we are the Bismarck Downtown, but we do have a lot of members that are outside of the downtown area that maybe do business downtown or support what's happening in downtown Bismarck. So very happy to have them on board with the Downtowners Association in Bismarck. We've got a big, huge event coming up. German Days. It's the first time we're ever doing this. I think there's been a pent-up demand for outside German food eating.
And let me just tell you, if you're not German, everybody is German during German Days.
We will accept you, but we'll charge you, double. Not really.
Kate's kidding.
I'm kidding. Norwegians.
She's
can
a
show up if they
jokester.
want. Yeah. We're doing the first annual Downtowners German Days, July 17th and 18th. This is going to be in the Depot parking lot between 4th and 5th Street on Main Avenue in downtown Bismarck. Not a space that we've programmed before for an event, so this will be a test run for all of us, but a fun way to test run it with German beer, German food, and German music.
Absolutely. So join us for our test run. You can kind of be our guinea pigs in the best possible way with Fleischkegel, schnitzels, and beer.
Bavarian pretzels, Bavarian nuts, and really want to give a shout out to the two distributors in town here. Jerome Distributing and McQuaid Distributing have knocked it out of the park with some of the beers that they're going to be bringing to German Days. So look for 8 types of German beer, and that's what we're doing. A couple that are being flown in from Munich, one that's being made special for us, and 5 from domestic makers, that are of a German ilk. So I'm super excited. And we're doing a little bit summery beer with shandies and radlers and some things that are nice and light and crisp. And I think people really enjoy glass beer steins. Get them while we've got them and don't drop them.
And this is an event for all ages. It's not just people of the 21 years and up. This is for kids too. So what we have done is we've dedicated a couple hours on Friday afternoon to the children of German Days. We're going to be doing something called Kinderfest, and it will feature all kinds of German fun, including storytelling, fairy tales, and activities for kids, but big kids can participate too.
This is going to be great. Northern Plains Dance is going to do a Hansel and Gretel performance for us for kids, and the Missouri Valley Chamber Orchestra is going to do another Grimm's fairy tale called the Brementown Musicians, and they're going to play it behind a narrator, Debbie Rogers, who's phenomenal and part of their group. So it's going to be great. A couple other entertainment lineup things that we have coming up. The Rockin' Cloggers are going to be our Saturday
Yes.
noon set, do some German clogging. We've got Backstage Pass, Randy Stein, Friday night, headlining our Friday night. Great. Polka Waltz Band also does a little carryover and crossover music. Marvin the Moonlighters, Saturday night headliner. Polka. We're not really doing a lot of cover bands. We're going full
It's
out
all polka.
German polka waltzes. So
And-
practice now.
Yes. If you don't know how to polka, have another beer and you'll just figure it out. But polka time, old time music with the Dakota Keys. They're also joining us. If you're not familiar with them, it's, I believe, 7 accordions and a piano player joining them on stage to do some fun polka music and a little shtick as well.
It's going to be great. Little Dutch Band, I think, is going to join us for our first annual Downtowners German Days, July 17th and 18th as well. So a lot of great music, a lot of good beer. We're going to have a Stein hoisting contest hosted by this beautiful radio group, Town Square Media. They've come up with some awesome activities to do for Saturday afternoon for our first annual German Days. So lots coming up and done. Tons of great food.
Oh,
Again,
so
all
much.
German food.
German and German-Russian food. So if you like one or both, then come on down. Lots of, like I said, schnitzels, Fleischkegel, cheese buttons. We have 6 different types of cheese buttons, K-snip. People making their own brats and sausages. There's something called Hassenpfeffer on a stick, which is basically like a rabbit kebab. Kind of makes me a little sad, but I know there'll be some adventurous people out
Tasty.
there. But it's very German. There'll be Kugans galore, strudels, all kinds of tasty, yummy delights for dessert and breakfast, dinner, and lunch. So
Yep.
Come on out, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Family event. Don's calling it a small town wedding on steroids. And hopefully it's the, where your parents let you stay out till 11 o'clock and just polka and dance like a crazy person. So I'm super excited. First annual Downtowners German Days, July 17th and 18th. Visit downtownbismarck.com/German Days for all the information. We have another event coming up as well that we've been talking about throughout the show. Fourth annual Downtowners Art and Wine Walk, June 25th. Tickets are going quick. We don't have a ton left. So if you're looking to be a part of it, it's 21 downtown Bismarck locations hosting a different wine, artist, musician, food. You get a passport. We've got a special surprise, Don. Red carpet.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a red carpet where you can, because lots of people like to get dressed up. This will be your time to be photographed kind of like by the paparazzi in a way, shared on social media, that type of thing. Make yourselves look fancy.
Yes. Probably go, my suggestion, take a before picture.
Yeah,
not
take it when you first
in.
leave after getting your passport. Speaking of passports, you do have to be 21 to buy a ticket, but people that don't choose to participate in the sampling of wine can walk along. You just won't be eligible for the grand prize. So you can be of any age, just can't have the wine or be eligible for the grand prize.
Yeah, downtownbismarck.com to purchase tickets. Like I said, early bird ends, I think, on Tuesday, and we might be pretty close to sold out by then. So if you're looking for tickets for the Art and Wine Walk, get cruising. That's where we're at. The red carpet thing I'm super excited about. I want a big shout out to Captain Jack's for being our wine sponsor this year, and they're going to be doing some great things with sales and stuff with the wines that we'll be featuring on the Wine Walk. So that'll be really fun. And as well, Jeff Chappell, New York Life are a couple great sponsors for the Wine Walk. New check-in location this year will be at the Depot again, between 4th and 5th Street on Main Avenue, kind of where Dex was on the west side of the building. So lots going on. Just a couple quick announcements that we have. They've been adding in pedestrian lighting in downtown Bismarck. Those are the big holes you've seen on the sidewalk. So
it's
don't
almost
step
done.
in them. It looks great. We're going to have that kind of consistent lighting look downtown. Our planters are going to be placed next week. The dead junipers are being removed from some planters at Chancellor Square. And then if you want to see a new barber pole, the barber's wife has put up their barber pole on 5th Street. We've got a new barbershop moving in, so lots going on. It's a great summertime. The patios are out in downtown Bismarck if you want to have
drinks, food, friends, stuff like that. Conversation is the word I was looking for.
There we go. All right, you can find all of this information at downtownbismarck.com, on Facebook at facebook.com/downtownbismarck, or follow us on Twitter at downtownbiznd. Downtowners Art and Wine Walk, German Days, TEDx. Oh my God, lots going on. For Don Kopp, Jim Walsh, I'm Kate Herzog from the Bismarck Downtowners. We'll see you next month on Super Talk 1270 AM.